Hello, timekeepers. Hi there. I hope this is working okay. I haven't done this setup in a hot second, so do let me know if there's any troubles with it. I have my desktop set up here, so I have it set up virtually anyways, so that I can hopefully catch any issues that crop up while we're streaming. Um, but um, look, it's a woman. That is true. That is true. Um, I should hopefully be using the right microphone. Um, Let me know if it's too loud or if it's too quiet or if you can't hear anything. Um, I was gonna turn on like some lo-fi hip hop music, but there's some rain in this world. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Um, there's some like rain sound effects happening in the background. So I thought that might be enough. So I left it at that for now, but we'll see. Um, uh, oh, GT Nyx, member for 6 months. Thank you very much for resubscribing to the membership. All good. That's good. I hope my mic should sound significantly better. Oh, what happened? Finger tracking. I'm using finger tracking right now, and it accidentally grabbed my OBS window and shifted things around. So I'm gonna go back to using the normal controller for the time being. This is probably a little better, anyways. So, yeah, we're just gonna. This is a test stream. We are testing the audio setup. We're testing the actual ASMR as a whole, how it does and how everyone reacts to it. So it's all gonna be kind of experimental for today. As usual, it's hard to see, but I am in full body tracking as usual, and of course we have the face tracking for today. I have it set up so that my microphone is in the direction of the camera. So hopefully, as long as I'm looking at the camera, you guys should be able to hear me just fine. But do let me know if there's any issues or anything, and I'll get them fixed as soon as I can. Finally got into VR again today. That's awesome. How was it? I hope it was fun. I think VRChat can be really fun. There's a certain tolerance that you have to build up in VRChat for weird people, I think. Cause I wouldn't call them. No, it's a mix of the best and the worst of humans, I think. Cause gotta get the headset fixed. I see. I think that just where it rests. I think that VRChat is a mix of like the worst and the best of people. You know? I don't know if that makes sense. Cause VRChat lets people exist like independent of themselves for the most part. So like I usually don't. This actually came up recently with a friend, but I've thought about it more. I don't usually like hang out with real life friends in VRChat because I feel like I just act so different in here that it'd be kind of weird for me, and more so me, to be honest. 'Cause I don't know. I act different. It's good to have a difference. That's true. It's good to have a place where I can kind of let go and not really think and not really think too hard about the things that are happening around me. New piece to study. True. Okay. Just moving some stuff around on the stream. Good to have not just one group of friends. That's true. Gotta have like a friend group B that like at all costs you can't associate with anyone else. You know how it is. You know how it is, chat. Timekeepers, how is the audio so far? Is the audio doing okay? Do I have ads running this stream? I didn't check that. I shouldn't have ads, primarily because you're all members. But it did ask me if I wanted to set up ads, and I just left it default. Which means that in theory, if someone were to watch this somehow without being a member, then they would be getting ads. What? Weird. You do think your mic could be louder though? Let's turn that up then. I have a little gain meter on my microphone. Hopefully it's a little louder now. It should be. I haven't like extensively tested that. I gotta stop grabbing my desktop. I keep grabbing my virtual desktops on accident. Come to think of it, these are right next to in real world space. These are only ever going to be close to my mouse and keyboard, so I think I can turn off interactions with them. Because block cursor inputs and block cursor input. So now, yeah, they have no response to any of that anymore. So that's nice. I'm like leaning off of this chair that I'm supposed to be sitting on. Let me get myself a little closer to it. That should be better. The woman is womaning. True. How do I do ASMR? What do you talk about when you do ASMR? I want to do some scripted ASMR. Like, rat girlfriend talks to you about her day and comforts you kind of thing. Because I've been interested in voice acting recently. But I gotta figure out what I want to voice act first of all. And I would also have to figure out how to do a script, because I don't know if I want to go through the effort of figuring out how to make a script and stuff, how to write a script for that, because I feel like that's another skill, and I don't want to have to be polishing the skill set for that when I could instead be polishing my other skills. At Oma, I considered this. I brushed it aside initially as something that I probably shouldn't do, but I'm considering having an AI write my scripts for me. Have Louis do it. Louis would certainly represent the type of people who would have a lot of fun with Jane Doe comforting them at the end of their day. AI, no. I don't support AI art, and I suppose if I want to be consistent, I should also not support AI script writers, right? If I want to be consistent here. I'm going to drink some water, by the way. If I want to be not a hypocrite, and if I want to be logically consistent, I need to not use AI for this. But I don't have the money to hire a scriptwriter, and I don't really have the time or the skills to write one myself, which worries me, because that tells me what am I gonna do about that. Keyboard ASMR stream, anyone? Wait, that could be a good idea. Chat, keyboard ASMR. Rat girlfriend has brutal sex with you ASMR. You'd be willing to take a try at it? I would feel bad about having a viewer do work for free. You think it could be interesting to write? Never done that stuff, but I would need to learn it. Here's the thing. The reason I considered using AI in the first place is because I think that this is work that isn't satisfying, nor is it particularly skill-centric. Asking an AI to come up with a Family Guy cutaway skit is, I think, a valid use, in my opinion, because that work is demeaning. It's not difficult to write a Family Guy skit, but it is incredibly boring. I don't want to hire someone to do that. I don't want to figure out how to do that, which is why, in order to initially you like writing, but you like writing things that are cool and fun. If I come up to you and I'm like, hey, could you write me a Family Guy cutaway skit? That's not gonna be engaging or fun to write. That's gonna be, I need slop. I need the worst slop that you can imagine, and I need you to produce it as a script. That sounds funny. Not gonna lie, try me. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Okay. I don't know. I can see in my chat that an AI script is not a very popular concept. And that's fair. As an AI artist, I pretty much agree, right? After thinking about it a little bit. I think I'm just gonna write it myself. I have free time at work. I can write it while I'm not doing anything else at work, just on my phone. Just on the Notepad app. That could be fun. As a what? Hi, Cynthia. Welcome into the stream. We're trying to figure out the best way to approach writing a Jane Doe ASMR script. Initially, I was going to use AI because I believed that it was work that is not creatively engaging, nor is it fun. But I've decided instead that I think I'll just write it myself, because it seems like my chat, rightfully so, does not like the idea of me working with AI. I think that's fair, to be honest. I think that's a very fair thing, considering that I'm so vehemently, how do you pronounce that word? Vehemently, against AI art. What if Yunayo was trapped and betrayed and locked inside the hyperbolic VR chamber for 10,000 years? If I knew anything about the character, I could probably do it. Either way, get someone to proofread it. That's probably a good idea, yeah. What should, like, the concept be? Jane Doe. Also, welcome into the stream, Ray. Jane Doe. I had, like, I was thinking something, like, kind of basic. Either something basic or something funny. Like, Jane Doe, your rat girlfriend comes home and comforts you after a long day, ASMR. Or, like, Jane Doe goes on a walk and gets killed, ASMR. gets killed by a domain expansion. What if Sin and Ray joined the VRChat ASMR stream? Jane Doe destroys your coin collection. That's so silly. Jane Doe looks at your plushie collection. Jane Doe introduces her plushies to you, ASMR. Jane Doe has a sleepover. No, it needs to be something that, like, has, like, an overarching theme that I can extend over, like, 10 minutes, you know? Like, you know, Jane Doe comforting you after a long day is, I think, a good one, because that's, first of all, you can ad-lib that one. But second of all, it's something that you can consistently keep up with the theme of over a long period of time. Jane Doe steals all your hoodies. Jane Doe stoically evaluates every single one of your plushies. G3's latest idea. Jane Doe stoically evaluates every single one of your plushies. That could be funny. I just don't have a way of bringing plushies into VRChat. If I had, because I could, like, take a picture of them and then add them as a print. Oh, let me show you guys something. Hold on. You guys are gonna like this. I have this. Oh, did that? Look at this. I have this image that I can print out at any time. This is, for those who don't know, this is my plushie. His name is Gojo, right? He's a turtle from Build-A-Bear Workshop. He is very cute. I like him a lot. Yeah. And I show him to people. I can print him out at any time. So I bring him out and then I just show him. I'm like, look. Isn't he cute? This is just a part of him. You guys don't see his full power yet. Wait, I could add. Hold on. I bought my mic. I'm so sorry, chat. I could literally add like the real Gojo, like the full Gojo image into. Hold on. Gallery. Photos. Upload photo. Choose file. Do I have a picture of him handy? I hope I do. I think I should have a picture of him somewhere. Stream sources. Yeah, here we go. No, it's too big of an image. Dang, that's rough. Guys, the image is too big. I gotta figure that out later. Human rat uses a mouse ASMR. Alternatively, you could read a book. Can someone copy paste like a funny copy pasta into chat for me to read? He looks chubby. He's got a bit of a belly, actually. It's super cute. My goat. What? I had an idea. Jane Doe drunkenly introduces you to her 121 plushies. We could do a Jane Doe comes home drunk ASMR. Comes home drunk and bullies her boyfriend her boyfriend / girlfriend ASMR. I don't know if I could act drunk. I think I might need to like actually like for real get drunk before I do that. I don't know, but you could write that in like an hour. Yeah, a lot of these ideas aren't like mentally challenging to write, I think. So maybe this is something that we could like do like on my own time. I just need a good concept, and it needs to be something that I can keep up for 10 minutes straight, basically. So like that's why Jane Doe comes home and comforts you ASMR is a good concept, because it's engaging for people who want that kind of thing, but it's also easy to ad lib if I run out of script, you know? It could be like, "Hi, honey. I know you had a long day today, but don't worry. Now that you're home, I'm right here for you. Now you can tell me all about your day today, and I'll be right here listening to you." Something like that. "Hi, honey." Yeah, we could do that. So we say reference. She says "Hi, honey" once. Yeah, sweetest. I need a face track Toshimachi Suisei model. I would be complete. I need to be literally her. So what? Jane Doe works at her computer. Jane Doe works at her computer and gives you a pasta recipe. "Our pasta, who art in a colander. Colander? Draining be your noodles. Thy noodle come, thy sauce be yum, on top of grated parmesan. Give us this day our garlic bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trample on our lawns. And lead us not into vegetarianism, but deliver us some pizza. For thine is the meatball, the noodle, and the sauce, forever and ever. Ramen." That's funny. Like, what if it's like, okay, so what if like, what if the ASMR is like, "Hey babe, I know you just got home, but I have to work on something on my PC, but if you want to, you can sit here and stay with me. Maybe the sound of the keyboard will be soothing." Is that good? Can you guys actually hear the keyboard? I hope you can hear the keyboard. The mic is turned vaguely towards it. I don't know if you can actually. It's cool that the finger tracking. You can see me. You can see my fingers actually typing. That's pretty cool. The finger tracking isn't this accurate for anyone except me, but it's neat. Finger tracking is less accurate for other players. You can hear it? Okay, that's cool. You get enough clicking at work, but I'm sure it'll appeal to some people. We need a concept that'll appeal to everyone, and I think Jane Doe comforts you after work is a pretty good deal. Like, hi honey, I'm home. Would you mind if I just sat and talked with you would you mind if I just sat and chatted with you for a while? It was a long day for me at work. I'd love if you could just hear me ramble for a little bit. If you could be here for me, that would be lovely. Jane Doe comes home drunk and writes an email ASMR. Yeah, every person is a huge ask to, though. We gotta appeal to everybody, every single human being named Louis. We can appeal to the people who want to be relied on, and we can appeal to the people who want to rely on someone. So we do one ASMR that's Jane Doe comes home drunk and rambles to you for 10 minutes, and then we can do one that's you come home and ramble to Jane Doe for 10 minutes. Your ideal is PM Jane Doe come home drunk and writes an email ASMR. Jane Doe enters redacted and breaks out redacted and steals redacted. True. I don't know. The second concept is kind of weak. The Jane Doe rambles to you, I think, is actually pretty good if I can write a good script for it. But I need. What if I just ask AI to generate an idea for me? Would that be a fair use of AI? AI is a unique tool, and as someone who, I think, this might just be me talking like from the perspective of someone who doesn't normally write scripts, but the appeal and convenience of AI, I kind of like. Jane Doe ramble would be more mainstream. Probably, I think. Ideas, okay. Okay. Why don't we generate some now? You know, I don't like Twitter, but apparently it's AI. Oh, I closed my virtual window. I'm dumb. Hold on. That's wrong. I agree. Yeah, apparently Grok is like one of the best AI like in general right now for like text generation. So it's a shame, but we do have to use Twitter right now, chat. Let's see, Grok. Can you generate me in a YouTube ASMR story title about a girlfriend? I don't know. What do we ask it? About a girlfriend comforting her boyfriend. Let's see what Grok comes up with. ASMR girlfriend comforts boyfriend. Soft whispers and gentle reassurance. Okay. ASMR girlfriend comforts. ASMR Jane Doe comforts boyfriend. Soft whispers and gentle reassurance. Okay, Grok, write my entire script, please. Yeah, and then we just use that title, and then we just come up with a script around it. That works. I think that works. On second thought, my idea might require a PhD in voice acting. We'll write it immediately or until I pass out. Nice. Yeah, okay. We can do that. We can do that. ASMR Jane Doe comforts boyfriend, whispers and reassurance. And then we just make a bunch of like we just make a bunch of like you know, like, I know everything. I know that you've been through a lot, but I'm sure it'll be okay going through. If you just pull up your bootstraps, show up to work tomorrow, and work hard for the rich man, I'm sure everything will be okay. And then yeah. Now you need to know why the boyfriend is upset. We could also have it where it's like, you don't need to tell me why you're upset. Just know that I'm here for you. I know it can be hard to talk about, but I'll be right here. I know you got your ranch packet stolen out of your Lunchables by a raccoon, but just so you know, I'm here for you. I'll buy you another Lunchables tomorrow. A raccoon. My blood will oil the gears of capitalism. So true. Jane Doe orders you a burger. ASMR. Excuse me. My partner here asked for no pickles. Could you please remake the burger with no pickles? Thank you. I have my receipt here, and I also have the burger. Unfortunately, my partner's a fucking idiot, and he took a fucking bite out of it before checking the fucking burger. So, I know he's a fucking dumbass, but if you could please replace the burger, I'd really appreciate it. Can we make a Jane Doe shit talks you behind your back ASMR? Just slightly out of earshot. And it's like just really quietly, like me, like, yeah. Yunayo, she were written by Vizzy Pop. A raccoon. Do we want it to be boyfriend specifically, or are we trying to appeal? Are trans people as pathetic as the people that listen to the ASMR? Is pathetic mean? Jane Doe sues. Jane Doe sues the human race for stealing all of the honey that we work so hard for. B-movie ASMR. People are people. I guess I wouldn't call them pathetic. I think that there's a subgroup within the people who listen to those types of ASMR that I would describe as that. But not everyone who listens to it is. I think some people just like the tingles, right? Girlfriend gives you a blowjob ASMR. I don't know. As someone who has never listened to like an ASMR like that, except for like the meme ones, I don't know the groups of people who watch it. Where did that come from? Where did what come from? What did I say? I have the attention span of a fish. You've got to understand. This world's pretty nice. I just hopped in after looking for like... I just hopped in here after looking for like a kind of like cyber thing. Jane Doe pounds your cake. Bakery stream ASMR. That could be pretty good. Jane Doe pounds your cake. Oh, I know what I said. You don't need to repeat it. It'll probably get shadow banned anyways. GF gives BF up BJ. Yeah, I remember what I said. Jane Doe gives you a... That has to be a video already. Maybe not on this website, but that's got to be a video already. But since I would be in VR, I would also have to act it out along with making the noises, so that's probably a no-go. On those sites. Jane Doe pounds your cake. Yeah, we can... Jane Doe pounds you, Chatterbait stream. Jane Doe has sex with you POV, but you're the bottom ASMR. Jane Doe is actually trans and has a gigantic... Never mind. How long have we been going? Oh, like half an hour now. Not bad. I'm trying to... This is mostly just a test stream. I'm really not intending on streaming that long. Also, since I have work tomorrow. But, I'm here to vibe, I would say. I'm having a good time. Jane Doe would have a massive gawk. Certified fact checked. True. I learned what that was a while ago. Very important skill set on the internet is learning what a gawk is. I'm getting kind of sleepy. Jane Doe eats a mint ASMR. How was that ASMR? Jane Doe goes to bed and sleeps and goes honk snoo for 8 hours. Jane Doe falls asleep ASMR. I'm tempted to get back in VRChat, but no friends are on, so I'd not be doing anything. That's when you just go to a random public world and you just screw around for a while. I'm gonna be real. I don't have, like, consistent friend groups. I have, like, sets of friends that I revisit, but they're, like, singular groups of friends. And they're all strange. They're all strange. How long do I want to do this for? I'm not really, like, 100% sure how long I want to do this for. Yeah, we'll do, I don't know what I want to do first. We can do, what did Grok come up with again? ASMR, Jane Doe comforts boyfriend, soft whispers, and gentle reassurance. Jane Doe recites occult memoirs, ASMR. Yeah, we'll do the Jane Doe soft reassurance to start with. I'll write the script while I'm at work or something. Jane Doe summons demons. Real. Give me a sec. I gotta use my phone for something. Oh, but you know what? Since I have hand tracking, you guys can actually see me using my phone. Okay. She's pulling out a weapon. Jane Doe reads the Arscatia. So true. We should definitely do that. Jane Doe reads the entire history of something funny. I don't know. It's gotta be like, Jane Doe reads the Necronomicon, yeah. Jane Doe rambles to you for 8 hours about the lore of Limbus Company or something. What's like a stupid niche thing that I can read the lore on for 10 minutes? It can't be scripted. It has to be just like completely random. I don't think she'd be interested in that. She's a sweetheart. I think if her partner was, she would get into it. That's my thoughts on Jane Doe getting into Limbus Company. I think if Belle was into it, then she would get into it because she likes it. Jane Doe is a sweetheart. She really is, like, she is such a sweetheart. What games do I have that I can, like, ramble the lore of? Ooh, Jane Doe rambles to you about guns for 10 minutes straight. I could literally I could do that right now. Belle Cannon protagonist trust. Belle Cannon protagonist trust. Jane Doe rambles to you about her favorite guns for 10 minutes. Hold on. Since we're doing ASMR, she does not use guns. Right here on my desk chat, I have a not real. I have an airsoft Sig Sauer P229. Yeah, 229. A Sig Sauer. Ooh, that peaked the mic. This might be a bad idea. If I drop the slide, you guys are gonna blow up. This might be a bad idea. I might need I might need to reconfigure my mic for that. That peaked the mic. Oh. I'm gonna slowly drop the slide, okay? Oh, I'm so sorry. We're not doing that again. What about my gravity knife? Will you guys die if I drop the gravity knife? It's not quiet, but it's not loud. Why do you have so many weapons? Because they're cool. It's because they're sick. Daniel tells you all your favorite guns while scrapping the numbers on multiple guns and installing illegal modifications. You guys want to know something funny? In California, specifically, California has some of the tightest gun laws of any state, really. You are not allowed, I think that the rule is that you're not allowed to put a shoulder brace or a stock, basically, on a pistol. Like a shoulder, like, you know, like how like most guns, for like people who don't know guns that well, you know how like on like rifles and stuff, like long guns, there'll be a part on the end where you brace it up against your shoulder. You're not allowed to put one of those on a pistol because California legislation argues that it is too efficient of a weapon, and if you do that, it's too efficient and you're not allowed. Also, you're not allowed to have any fully automatic weapons, I believe. Oh, here's a fun one. You're not allowed to have a vertical grip on your gun. Now, that doesn't mean any grip. You're just not allowed to have a vertical grip specifically on your gun. So if I have a grip here on like a pistol, right? I can't have it vertically aligned. But if I put it on the side, if I put the grip on the side of the pistol or the weapon, that's okay. Felony? Not a felony. Felony? Not a felony. Isn't that funny? Why? I don't know. Specifically a vertical grip they've deemed too efficient. No full auto I agree so much with. I also agree. Quite frankly, though I love guns, I think in anything other than specifically like a firing range, you shouldn't have a full auto weapon. I don't think people should really be allowed to own a full auto weapon. I think, like, I don't know, if anything, I think you should have way stricter certification to have a fully automatic weapon. Right? Because I don't mind the idea of, like, owning a full auto weapon just, like, for the purposes of firing it in, like, gun ranges and stuff, like, recreationally, right? I don't mind the idea of that. I think that's fine. I would like to fire a full auto weapon at a range at some point, I think. But I think they are easily the most dangerous weapon that like a normal civilian can get access to. And I think that without them, we'd be safer as a society. I don't know. Full auto weapons, I think they're cool and I like them. Fully automatic weapons should require at least a proper course. I agree. Yeah. I like guns. H3VR has turned me into a bit of a gun nerd, you could say. But yeah. I think that the harm that they do in American society is worse than the coolness of, like, having them. I more so just think that mechanically they're neat. More or less, I agree. Mm-hmm. I don't want to go as far as to say guns should be completely outlawed. I think that would make us safer. I think that would save lives, like thousands in the long run, compared to what we have now. But as someone who likes guns, and as someone who, I think also, well, first of all, as someone who likes guns, I don't think I would like to eventually own and fire a real one. But I also believe that if you tried to fully take away everyone's guns, it wouldn't work. Guns being outlawed would just mean the wrong people will have them more. Yeah, that's true. But, like, you look at countries like Japan where they don't exist. You know, it's crazy that in places where they don't have guns, the amount of violent gun crimes are zero. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the solution to the gun problem that we have, but I would like if there was something being done about it. Partially because they're bad, but also because if you think about I've talked about this before, but the there's a problem with the LGBTQ. Like, we can't begin to approach the problems that surround the LGBTQ until we tackle the issues that are taking lives en masse, you know? I want to fix these problems because I think that until then we can't begin to have a decent conversation about the smaller things. Japan does have a different culture, like their crime organizations were businesses. I mean, yeah, that's true, but you know, if you look at countries that do have guns versus countries that don't have guns, the amount of gun crimes and public shootings are pretty low in those countries. Like I said, though, I don't have all the answers. I don't even have all the knowledge about gun crimes and like gun laws. I just like guns. I think they're cool. H3VR has made me into a gun nerd just a bit. Just a bit. I don't know that much about them, and I've never fired a real one. So, yeah. Japan doesn't need guns when they have Kiryu Kazuma. Yeah, I mean, look, they don't need guns when they have Kiryu Kazuma. That's true. I just bought a miniature box for $140. Is it like a cool box? Or is it just a box? What'd you pay $140 for? I'm curious. I'm not disagreeing that you know. Yes? Yes to what question? Oh, man. I would say this has been a fun stream. Who keeps texting me? Who? Whatever. You put it in media? I'll go look later. I bought a fancy ornamental beer stein for $130. Not exactly the ASMR stream I expected. I'm gonna be real. I didn't know what to really like expect either going into it. Like, how do you do ASMR streams? Somehow this didn't feel like a proper ASMR stream, chat. How do you do an ASMR? I mean, we had this discussion. I thought and I was told that doing it on stream would probably make it more ASMR like, but I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't watch ASMR, no. I watch it sometimes, but not really like streams usually. That's why I'm gonna do a scripted video next, I think. I don't know how frequently I'll do ASMR streams. They're kind of fun to just sit here and chat for a little bit. But yeah. I don't know. I think I should check some out. The only ASMR streams I watch are Nakomata Okayu's, and I don't watch them live. I just watch them afterwards, and I can't understand what she's saying. But she has like a fancy ASMR mic, and she does ear cleaning on stream. So like that's what that is. I'm limited by the fact that my mic costs $30, chat. I'm not feeling any tingles, but I don't dislike this. For me, I don't get tingles from ASMR anymore. I just kind of watch them because I find the noises like relaxing. This is the approximate of it just chatting on stream on Twitch. I don't know how to make it more ASMR like. Nekomata Okayu has a fancy ASMR mic and she does ear cleaning on stream. I can't do that. I don't know. I'm kind of troubled because I don't know how to make this more ASMR like. Do you not own ears? I own ears. Are you asking me literally? Look, I've watched like a few ASMR streams. But like it's just people like talking, which is what I've been doing. What are they doing differently that I'm not doing? Is it that my voice isn't right for ASMR? Maybe my voice is just not good enough for like the ASMR. You like the talking? I don't know. Maybe from now on we won't title it ASMR stream, but just quiet chatting stream. Like, it's not that, but this does seem like a casual chatting stream. I don't know what I would change. I don't know what I would change to change that. Like I can't, I have no idea what I would change to make it different. Could I listen to the ASMR vids you're listening to? I don't listen to like particular. Well, okay, I do actually. There's this one channel called ASMR Bakery, and they don't do talking while they do their ASMR, and they have fancy ASMR microphones. So, ASMR Bakery is very good. I do actually get tingles when I listen to ASMR Bakery, but only when I listen to ASMR Bakery. I don't listen to ASMR that much though. The script is probably the best idea. Yeah, okay. This feels like a failure of a stream, just because it's not what I set out to do. I'm glad that you guys enjoy it, but like for me mentally, hearing that like this doesn't feel like an ASMR stream makes it feel like a failure. Just because that was what I was trying to do. It's not a failure completely if my chat enjoyed it, but to me personally, it feels like a failure of a stream. And I don't know how to. The frustration is that this was in an effort to make it more ASMR like. And that failed is the problem. Jane Doe Feet ASMR next. The ASMR people just do that only. Yeah, that's what I see, is that they just like talk into the mic and stuff. What if I rub my feet on the mic? Can I? Well, I can't reach it up there. I'm not that flexible. I'm not flexible enough to reach it up there. Typing something serious, but you kind of just interjected with Jane Doe Feet ASMR. Okay. Well, I don't know if this was necessarily successful as an ASMR stream, but maybe it was a successful stream in general. I'll probably just publish it like publicly to everyone, but just title it like quiet talking stream as opposed to ASMR. Mainly limited by equipment, you're not necessarily doing anything wrong. Technically, you could do random ASMR sounds. Yeah, you think it's an equipment issue? That could be fair. Dude. Bro. Okay. This gotta stop. Stop it. Stop it. Who? Are you guys doing this on purpose? Who is chatting? Oh, it's one of my group chats. No wonder. Alright, I'll leave it on my desk mouse. Hopefully the vibrations will be softer. Failed the quick check. Yeah, I clearly need a $500 ASMR mic and then I'll be good. The objective was not achieved, but it was a success in its own way. You need to farm better gear. Gotta farm until I can get a one of those fancy ASMR mics that's shaped like a person's head. Then I can do ear cleaning ASMR chat. Jane Doe cleans your ear ASMR. God, that would be like huge view farming actually. Two different audiences, I consider it successful. I kind of get what you're saying, I think. Okay. I'll probably end the stream right about now. But I would say I had fun, even if I was a little disappointed by the outcome. I'm gonna head out for now. I'll probably chill a bit in VRChat, but I am gonna head out for now. I hope that you guys all enjoyed the stream. I'm not trying to sound condescending, but the script ideas do make more sense to do ASMR. Yeah, well, I'll probably just do a script next as opposed to a stream. Yeah, that sounds good. We'll just do a script instead and see if that sound makes it more ASMR. Is my voice like not good enough for this? That's kind of what it feels like. Cause if no one like got tingles from any part of this stream, then I don't think a script is gonna do the trick either. It's the equipment. I guess so. I guess. I don't know. This sounds like such an unsatisfactory opinion. Like, yeah, I'm not bad. It's just that I'm lacking the equipment. I don't know. Maybe if I like talk like corpse husband, you know, like hold on. How was that? Was that good, you guys? Yeah, average VRChat e-boy. Dalai Lama? What? I don't know what that is. Kind of shit. Good. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know. I like your voice. I did feel something when you focus on the idea of Jane Doe and your BF trying out lines. This is a synth that people say, oh, I don't know. Your voice isn't bad, like there are noticeable tonal shifts, so it sounds good. I'm not sure if monotone is the way to go though. Your voice is literally good. Okay. Okay, then yeah, we'll try a script next, and we'll see how that works out. Chatters have mentioned that before in other streams unprompted. I guess so, yeah. Okay, then yeah, we'll try out a script, and then I'll post that as a video. And we'll see how that works. Thank you guys for watching today. I hope that you had fun. This is a pretty unusual stream, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys next stream. I hope that you guys look forward to it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Sayonara.